David Bay here for musculardevelopment.com. We are wrapping things up from the inaugural Arnold Classic South Africa. I am here with your fitness winner, Bethany Wagner. Now, Bethany, we knew you were excited to head down to Brazil this year to try to get a three-peat at the Arnold Classic Brazil. You won there in 2014 and 2015. Things got a little messy with the show. It got canceled, then it was back on and off and back on. So what made you decide to come to South Africa?
Because Brazil was canceled, and and with days off of work, I wasn't using those days then, so I use them now. Just to compete again before the Olympia, it's always good to get on stage, tweak some things with diet and training and prep, so I'm my best in September.
Now, how much heads up did you have before you found out that you weren't going to be going down to Brazil? Because we know you were in Columbus competing at the Arnold there, and the amount of time between the 1st of April and the end of May, you know, that's a lot of extra dieting, a lot of wear and tear on the body. So were you able to have a little bit of a break?
After Columbus, I took 3 weeks off and just kind of did whatever I wanted, and then I did a 9-week prep for this one. So kind of right back into it. I have things I like to eat every day, so I did that. So I did that for 3 weeks, and then I jumped right back into it.
Now, anytime we have athletes traveling internationally, we always hear of a horror story or two. Somebody's plane got busted and they had to wait to take off, or they got derailed. You probably had the worst of anybody. Actually, the head judge, Steve Weinberger, didn't even make it here this weekend. He probably had the most problems, but I think you're a close runner-up. Tell us a little bit about what you ran into.
Wednesday, my flight was supposed to be at 6. We sat on the plane until 8 p.m. To be honest, they said the laboratory sensors were registering that they were full, even though the tanks were empty. So we couldn't fly overseas without all the toilets working, so they disembarked us. I scheduled my flight for the next day, go back the next day, smooth sailing to Atlanta, but while we were in Newark, we found out they weren't bad sensors. Somebody went to the bathroom and clogged the toilet so that the sensors were reading full, which was awesome, but it wasn't a bodybuilder. And then when we got in Atlanta, our flight was delayed from Atlanta to Johannesburg because somebody didn't get on the plane that was supposed to get on the plane, so they had to find their bag in all the thousands of bags.
It wasn't a bathroom problem, though, right?
No, thank gosh, and it wasn't me. But yeah, we arrived. I got to the hotel at 9:30 last night.
Geez, so between jet lag and, I flew in from Atlanta as well. It was a 14-and-a-half-hour flight. I mean, how did you get back on your feet? Were you able to get any sleep at all?
Yeah, I slept. I got to bed at like 2 in the morning. I took a nap this afternoon, and it's just mind over matter at that point. You just find it in you somehow. I had a couple Pop-Tarts backstage. That's
what did it for you? A couple of Pop-Tarts to energize you
I
up?
was like, okay, I got to wake up. And like the s'mores Pop-Tart was my go-to.
So I'm a brown sugar and cinnamon Pop-Tart guy.
I like the chocolate.
Okay, fair enough. So moving forward, we have the Olympia coming up in September. A handful of shows that have fitness. We have Tim Gardner's shows have fitness. We also have another Arnold Classic that's going to be in Hong Kong that has fitness. Is any of the other shows on your radar, or are you going to kind of shut it down until the Olympia?
I'd like to do Hong Kong. For me, this was kind of 24 weeks of prep. That's a lot, and I mean, I'm not getting any younger, so Hong Kong is in my sights. We're gonna kind of see how my body feels in a few weeks when it's time to start prepping for that.
That's another long flight.
Yeah, another long flight. And if you are going, don't be on my flight because I have horrible travel luck.
No busted bathroom.
Yeah, just make a call first. Make sure I'm not on your flight, and you'll make it there okay. But yeah, I would love to be a part of that also. The Arnold, they're so good to us here, and they're amazing shows. So I'd like to do that. If not, it'll be the Olympia. All
right, guys. Well, we're going to let Bethany get going now. Congratulate you once again on your win here in South Africa, guys. This is David Bay with Bethany Wagner for musculardevelopment.com from the inaugural Arnold Classic South Africa here in Johannesburg.